Hi everyone, welcome to what is the first of hopefully many videos from the Furious Engineer. Uh, Before I start, I've got to say this is hard. I've been meaning to do my first video for probably years now, longer than I probably care to admit, and it's actually really uncomfortable. I've tried it with scripts, and that just seems so false. And you guys out there who do this well, you make this seem effortless. I have no problem with delivering a lecture. I can deliver a paper at a conference. I can run a workshop. I can run a course, and I can just talk to people normally. Put me on my own in a room looking at myself on a screen and staring into a lens, and it feels really uncomfortable. So hopefully this isn't as bad as I fear it might be. So um, bear with me. Anyway, here we go. So who am I? I'm Matt Osborne, and I am the Furious Engineer. And my intent is to make some interesting videos. Well, why should you care about what I've got to say? Well, I've many decades now as an independent system safety consultant, and I'm also a visiting research fellow at the Centre for Assuring Autonomy in the University of York, in the beautiful city of York, one of my favourite cities in the world. Only I can afford to live there, but that's for another time. So hopefully I've got a lot of experience and research and knowledge that I can bring to the table and provide something that's informative and hopefully brief enough to be worthy of your time. Um, what am I going to talk about? So I'm going to talk a lot about system safety. I'm going to talk about some of the issues, the common pitfalls, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. I'm going to be talking a lot about assurance cases, specifically safety cases, as a specific instance of assurance cases. Look at their true purpose and value. Um, Look at what they are, why you should use them, why you might need them. We look at some of the more advanced techniques and some of the notations involved along the way. We're going to look at the latest cutting edge research from the world of safety science and looking at that through the sphere of reality based safety science. And if you haven't read that manifesto, and I'll put a link up, I do recommend you read the manifesto for reality based safety science. It's well worth your time to do that. My time as a research fellow, I focused a lot on AI and specifically autonomous systems, specifically the decision making, the safe decision making of autonomous systems. So there'll be a lot of videos talking about how the advent of AI and autonomous systems has challenged a lot of safety engineering, how it's challenged even at a basic level the causal chain, the hazard chain, and we'll be looking at how autonomous systems has challenged that as well, and whether the techniques that we use in safety engineering remain relevant, or how they may have been challenged. There'll undoubtedly be some good old-fashioned ranting along the way. I'm not the Furious Engineer for nothing. Actually, the furious bit has got nothing to do with anger, as anybody who knows me will attest to. Um, Maybe an interesting story. I actually owe the name the Furious Engineer to Douglas Adams. So back in my youth, I was a massive fan of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, as I'm sure many of us were. So go back long enough, picture dial-up modem, rickety old PC, bandwidth the size of a test tube. Um, you there? Picture it? Yeah. Um, Back then, Google wasn't a thing, but I did manage to find the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan club, which was no mean feat because you actually really had to know that something existed to be able to find it, but find it I did. And back in the day, you didn't choose a username. You answered questions about what you were studying, what your interests were, and then the fan site generated your username. So I gave them my details, and my username was The Furious Engineer, and it has stuck ever since. So they could have only really ever be one name for the company, but there we go. So back to the videos. I'm going to try to also inject a little bit of humour along the way where appropriate, and hopefully the humour will be appropriate. So bear with me. If this is tortuous, please tell me why. If you think you might find it enjoyable, please like the video. Please do subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Come on. All the cool kids want to be a safety scientist. Speak to you soon. That is still cool, yeah? I'm not going to look an idiot here, am I? Okay, cool. Cheers, guys. Speak to you soon.